Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and to another wild camping video. We're up here in the Lake District. We're just underneath Angle Tarn Pikes at the moment and we're aiming to camp around the Angle Tarn area. We've got a new tent to test out. It's the Fjallraven Abisko Lite 2, so we'll be pitching that for the first time. Trish is with me, she's the other side of the camera, so yeah, hopefully it should be a good evening. So we're just starting to climb up a bit now. So we decided to do the West Highland Way towards the end of the summer. So this is a bit of a training session, isn't it, Trish?
Yes.
I think I've got about just under 13 kilograms in my pack. Trish, you're about 9, aren't you?
Yes.
So and that's including a few drinks 'cause it's Friday night. So that'll probably be our base weight. Perhaps a little bit heavier. So yeah, it's going to be good practice. So I don't want any slack in mine, Trish. Piece of cake. Me and Trish were just saying that when you're doing a hike, you never meet people on the flat bits where it's easy. You always meet people on the really steep bits where you've got to try and hold it together. You know, and you're kind of like breathing in through the nose and out through the arse. And there's always lots of people. But then when you get onto a flat section like we are at the minute, no one, is there?
Yeah, no.
We just haven't seen anyone. How are you feeling though, Trish?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That's alright, it's not too bad. There's a steep section there, but once you kind of get on at the top and you head towards the Angle Tarn Pikes, it's pretty easy going, isn't it?
I think the steep section was a bit difficult with the people coming down.
Yeah, and it gets a bit loose underfoot. You know.
Very dry.
Yeah. Anyway, onwards and upwards. So we've just come to the top of the crest and you can see the Brothers Water lake there, and over there is the Kirkstone Pass, and just to the right of that is the Scandale Pass. Now we walked up there last weekend and the weather was crazy, but the clouds beginning to lift a little, but we're not too far from the Tarn now. Well folks, we've reached the Tarn, as you can see behind us. Wasn't that far really, it's quite an easy hike, just took us a couple of hours, but yeah, the ground's a bit soggy. I'll just show you where we are. We've come round from the main path and the ground is really boggy here, so what we're going to do is go and have a look up on that outcrop there, see if we can find some dry ground. There's another group of campers over there and that'll get us away from them as well. So we've abandoned the plan to camp on this side of the lake because it's just completely and utterly waterlogged, proper ankle deep everywhere you step. So we're going to head back on the path. We're going to walk around there and find some higher ground. So there it is, it's just a simple tunnel tent. It's fairly lightweight, I think it comes in at about 2.1 kilograms and it didn't really take us that long to put up. I did end up buying a couple of extras for it. I did get the footprint there, which is fairly heavy duty, and that just keeps your bag off the ground. Other than that, you know, there's nothing remarkable about it. The material, I think it's 20D ripstop, so as you can see, you know, these modern lightweight tents are very thin. made out of very thin material. The Jack Wolfskin one that I've been using on my own is the same. So yeah, you've got a couple of colour coded poles here, so you can't really mess things up, and they're just fitting into these little plastic feet. And yeah, I mean, that's it. Not really too much to say about it. A couple of the interesting features are that this vestibule area, you can fold it up completely. If it's really hot and you want to get lots of ventilation in, this whole section here just folds up, and the back does as well. So if it is really, really hot and you do want a lot of airflow, you can fold that section up as well. So you've just got the centre cover. So there's a couple of air vents, one there which you can open from the inside, and there's one here as well, just at the top there. I'll just give you a quick look inside so you can see how much space is in there. I mean, there's quite a, I mean, it looks like a proper two-man tent, not one of these tiny little two-man tents which are just suitable for one person. So I think we'll be comfortable in there. I did get a gear shelf as well, which was an add-on, just to put all our bits and bobs in. And it comes with a kind of like a drying line that hangs across the top as well, so you can hang any wet clothes on there. So it's a true 4-season tent, which is useful. I was looking at getting the Jack Wolfskin Exolite 2 because I really do like the Exolite 1, but it's only a 3-season tent, and I'm not really overly keen on the colour. It's like a steel blue, whereas this is much more kind of stealthy if you're wild camping. So yeah, quite happy with it so far, but I'll let you know how I get on. Well guys, I've just come down into the tent to do a quick bee review. Triss is sitting up there. There's a fantastic view, so I'll go back up there in a moment, but it's a bit windy. We've just seen another wild camper guy on his own. He headed down to where we went around Angle Tarn, and he's come back up again. It's just way too boggy down there, so we might see him passing by this way. So yeah, I've got a Hiver Fresh Natural Session IPA, 4.9%, really nice can. I'll just read you a bit of the blurb. Drink Hiver, save bees. It's a honey beer, this apparently. Come and visit the Hiver Bee and Beer Experience and get hands-on with beekeeping. Learn about our work supporting British bees and how we make this award-winning fresh and natural session IPA brewed with a touch of honey. So it's all nice. I'm all for saving the bees, so let's give it a go. I've earned this beer, mind. Oops. It's a bit lively. Oh, that is nice. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, that is really nice actually. Do you know what it's like? It's not hoppy, it's not citrusy. It's just a classic IPA. Oh, beautiful that. Lovely bitter aftertaste. Full bodied. Fantastic. Definitely recommend that. Again, I just picked this up in Sainsbury's. It's not one of the elusive beers. You just pick it up. Can't remember how much I paid for it, a couple of quid or something. So that's Hiver Fresh Natural. I don't think I've really heard of this brewery before, I have to be honest. Hiver beers. No, I haven't really heard of them, but that is lovely. Shame I've only got the one. So yeah, well, I'm gonna go and join Triss on the back of the hill. So that's the first beer review in the Fjallraven Abisko Lite. I reckon there'll be many more to come over the years, hopefully. So yeah, I better head up and join Triss. So I'm going to get the dinner on. Triss is sitting up on the ridge up there drinking gin and tonic, looking at the view. So I'm going to come down here and prepare some food because it's almost 7 o'clock and I'm getting a bit hungry. So what we're going to have this time around is I've got a large packet of the Summit to Eat beef stew. I had that at me wild camp up at Small Water, really enjoyed it. So I'm going to have that, and I'm going to serve it up with some of the Idahoan perfect mash. I've heard quite a lot about this stuff. I've never been able to find it here in the UK for some reason, but I noticed it was in the supermarket the other day, so I picked up a few packs, just instant mash, nothing special. So I'm going to filter some water. I went out at the tarn earlier on to get some water. Now there's some nesting geese down there and they are going absolutely mental. If you go down the water edge, they're coming at you and shouting at you and all sorts of stuff. But there's a load more campers down there. I counted 8 tents a moment ago. So yeah, anyway, back to the food. So I also bought a new Trangia as well. I've been buying quite a bit of new stuff recently. This is the 27 ultralight kit. It's the basic one. I mean, I've got the 25 kit, but it's just a little bit too heavy to take out on the trail, I think. So I went for this one. So it comes with the windshield. You get a couple of these pans. One of them is a bit discoloured because I've already used it. Now, you know, they fit into each other like that. And I'm actually going to use these as bowls tonight, so they kind of serve a dual purpose. And it comes with the just the aluminium frying pan. I might upgrade this to the non-stick or the hard anodized. I'll just see how I get on with it, you know, because I was going to take something like this with me on the West Highland Way, just in case I come across you know, some bacon or something like that, or you want to fry a burger or something like that. But we'll see how I get on. And it does have the kettle with it, which I don't know where that is. So I think the little kettle that you get in the 27 series is 0.6 of a litre, so 600 millilitres in there. Nice and compact. The whole kit with the gas burner in there weighs about 1 kilogram, so I mean there are lighter options out there. I've got the little strainer chopping board with it, and it does come with a pot grip. So I got the whole kit apart from the gas burner and the strainer for 60 quid. Free delivery, not too bad, can't really complain. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to start cooking. Well guys, that's the food. Doesn't look too great, but the mashed potato is fantastic if you can get your hands on that. Idaho and stuff's really nice, and there's a good portion of stew, so I'm going to get stuck into that. Well guys, the food went down really well. Those Idaho instant mashed potatoes are sweet. Really nice. I'll definitely be getting them again. But I'm on the last cup of wine. It's about 9 o'clock, so I'm going to drink this and then we'll hit the sack. So yeah, hasn't been a bad little test run. I didn't want to go too far with Trish because she hasn't been out camping since we were in Glen Affric, which must have been a year and a half ago, or coming up 2 years ago now. So this hike was quite gentle, you know. I think we'll walk for about 3 hours. It's not too high either. But tomorrow I think we'll head on this way and we'll come down back to the truck via Hayeswater. That's if the cloud cover isn't too low, because it's due to be cloudy and rainy, so we'll see how things work out. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna have a wander, soak up some of the vistas, and then I think it'll be getting dark, and then I'll hit the sack. Well, morning everyone. That wasn't too bad a night. Got up about 6 o'clock. I've just managed to drag myself out of the tent. So it's about 6:45 now. Just checked the weather forecast. It was due to start raining by about 9, but that's changed. The rain isn't coming until the afternoon, so that's good. But yeah, it wasn't a wasn't a bad night's sleep. I mean, I'll be honest, the tent is a little bit, it is a little bit compact in there, which, you know, that's what you always get with a two-person tent when you do actually have two people in them. But it was alright. I ended up sliding down the tent a little bit because it's on a slight slant. So the bottom of my sleeping mat got a bit wet because it was pressed right against the side of the tent, and it rained during the night for quite a while. But other than that, yeah, happy with it. So probably just gonna get packed up now and get breakfast on. Trish is on the ball this morning. She's up, out and packed.
All ready for a hike? How's your pancake there, Ben?
I'll tell you in a minute, like. Just have a little bite. Oh, beautiful. Living the dream. Compliments to the chef. Who's the chef?
Yeah, I think it was you.
It's me, isn't it? So that's the tent packed up, guys. Of course, goes up really quickly and comes down really quickly. And you keep the poles on the outside of the stuff sack. I've kind of got a couple of cords to tighten it, and there's a plastic clip at the top there, because it's always a bit of a pain trying to get the poles into the bag. So Fjallraven have put them on the outside, which is a nice touch. I would have liked to have seen another little section for the pegs, but I've just put them in the top here. So yeah, we're all done. We're just gonna load up the backpacks now and head on out back to the truck via Hestra. Fresh filtered spring water, 100% free. Well guys, we're on our way down to Hestra, which you can see there. It's a bit dodgy up the top there. There's a path that comes down if you do intend to follow this route, if you want to camp at Angle Tarn and then come down via Hestra. There's a well-defined track at the top of the hill, but you've really got to have your wits about you to find this one that comes down. You just got to kind of march across the boggy moor for a bit, and then there's a relatively well-defined track on the way down. But yeah, the weather's still holding off, which is good. I wouldn't like to come down here in the wet.
Are you coming back then?
I'll put my foot there where you've got your pole. No, not there. There, yeah. And then just step on that one that's coming out. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Easy.
They were just memories of falling.
Yeah.
In Glencore flashing now.
Trish tried to do a river crossing like this in January in Glencore once. Just fell straight. So there is actually a bridge across the water. It's about 200 metres down from where we've just crossed up there. Well guys, we're almost back to Hartsop village now, so it's pretty much the end of the adventure. So as ever, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you again in the next one.